Hello and welcome to Your Story. Today we have with us Amar Nagaram, head of Myntra-Jabong, and Janne Einola, who is the country head India for H&M. Hello and welcome to Your Story.
Thank you.
So you have been with H&M for a very long time, almost 22 years now. So now when you look back, can you tell me what are the biggest ups and downs you have seen? What are your fondest memories?
Of course, a lot has happened. I would say that maybe the biggest change, if you look back those days, 97, when I was starting in the store, is maybe the transition, what is happening in the fashion market. First, it was only the brick and mortar stores. It was only the offline. There was not so much catalog. Nobody was talking to buy the products on the computer or on the phone. There was no social media. You had a shop and customers were coming there and you wanted to make them to get a good experience and in that way convert them to the customers. And if we are looking today, it's a fully different game. People are in the Instagram, they follow the people in the social media and the different platforms. They want to have the same products, what they are seeing on the influencers, who they are following. And that's why we are choosing to go first to the hm.com digitally, and then of course now to the Myntra, that we can offer to the bigger audience that possibility. And if we are looking 4 years here in India, I have been also seeing the big change when it comes to the customer habits. 2015, when I was walking in the malls, you were still seeing a big share of the customers, even they were very trendy, and you see that they want to put a lot of efforts to looking good and were interesting about the fashion, but still it was a lot of traditional fashion. And today, if you are looking at the market, there is a big transition going to the Western clothes.
India is a very heterogeneous market. So who exactly is H&M targeting? Who are your target audience in India?
We target everybody. We welcome everybody.
And but is there any particular demographic, like a particular age group or an income group that you're looking at?
No, we have a wide assortment. Like in Myntra, we will have almost 15,000 articles on the sale, which will be actually the biggest store what Myntra is carrying and catering when it comes to the amount of the articles. We have a fashion for the young woman, to the men's, to the kids. So we welcome everybody. Our idea is that everybody can dress up themselves with their own personality.
So Myntra has definitely impacted India's fashion sense a lot, I would say. And now that you are definitely leading the market in e-commerce for fashion, how do you look at this? What does H&M coming on Myntra mean to you?
See, Myntra's strengths always has been the data-led consumer insights and our strong growth in Tier 2, Tier 3. What we are also seeing with data from Tier 2, Tier 3 is there's a strong growing demand for international brands. H&M is one such brand which brings that a value proposition that does not exist in Tier 2, Tier 3, and we are happy to take that to Tier 2, Tier 3. Like Janne was saying, we are going to expose close to 15,000 styles for the first time. I mean, this is the largest assortment of H&M collection that we are going to expose to over 22 million customers.
And from this particular launch, what are you hoping to achieve? I mean, is there any particular metric that you are targeting or any particular area of focus?
We don't want to put that one to the terms of figure, but of course what we are looking for is that our customers, we would reach the new customers, and of course that customers would find the H&M and our great offer what we have in the platform, and get to know our products and understand the high quality, the great prices what we have there.
So do you think that this will transform into your footfall in offline stores as well?
Absolutely. We are the new company in the market, and India is a traditional market where you have a lot of strong local companies, and they have their own space and place in the market, and people are used to go there. We are the new player, and we are global. We have a huge respect for all the local players, and we need to do our things in the right way, but also in our own way. And that's why we have been choosing to go with a one step at the time, first for the brick and mortar, open the own platform, and now then the scale up to the Myntra. And this will absolutely help us to recognize our brand and get the people know that what we are doing, get to know that we have a great fashion, great price, great quality, and our products are produced in the sustainable way.
And in terms of competition, let's talk about that. India has a lot of brands, national and international right now, and Myntra itself has a lot of amazing brands from its own platform. So, how do you look at this aspect of it? Is there some sort of conflict of interest there for you as well, Amar?
No, we welcome the competition. I think the competition is good, and I think in the end the customer is deciding. Where the customers prefer to go, that company will be successful. If I'm looking our trip, we are young, we are 4 years soon in the market, and the response anyway has been very great from the market. We look today, our stores, the total growth has been every quarter since we have been operating in the market bigger than our portfolio has been growing. And this means that we are not only growing because of the expansion and adding the channels, we also have a very good same-store sales growth. The other thing what we have been also seeing in the market is that we need to be humble, we need to take one step at a time, we need to listen to our customers, and in this way, every morning together with the team to think that how we can exceed their expectations today when they are coming to shopping us. And it's not anymore only in the brick and mortar, it's also in the digital.
We at Myntra, we put consumer at the center of everything, and everything we do as a platform, it's for the consumer. So the more and more brands, the more and more choices that we give our consumers, the consumers are feeling more empowered today. And that's what drives us. It's not a competition, it's not how we see one brand fighting against each other, it's what we look at from the lens of what consumers really want from Myntra, and we try to get those brands accessible on Myntra. And we are having a very strong growth in tier 2, tier 3 on the back of international brands giving access to international brands. I mean, tier 2, tier 3 are looking towards international brands because this is where physically the brands do not exist today, and we are becoming that channel. In fact, if I just have to put out a number, the international brands are growing 60% year over year on our platform. That's how much the international brands are commanding the attention of Indian consumer.
As an international brand, there is always that curiosity why H&M is launching online on Myntra and not the other company whose name we will not mention.
Yeah, I think for us it was clear from the beginning. Myntra is it's a leading fashion platform in the market, and
so you wanted to focus on the fashion vertical
yes,
marketplace.
we are a fashion company.
Not a horizontal one.
No, it's in the growth in general. If you look to whatever is the growth, when you enter into the new market, it's not about to do the things fastest and try to gain as much as possible directly from the beginning. It's to do the things in the right order, on the right time, to build your brand, build that confidence from the customers. And as Myntra, there is also similarity for H&M that we put the customer to the center of everything what we are doing. We are new in the market, we learn every day, and through Myntra we will reach a lot of new customers, not only in the tier 1 but exactly in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where it's really difficult to go with a physical store only because of the real estate supply what is existing there.
Myntra crossed 2 billion in GMV last year around this time. So 1 year later, are you inching closer to profitability, and how do you think H&M's launch is going to impact you in that respect?
We are looking at a sustainable, healthy growth year over year, and H&M is going to play a very significant role in that growth story of ours. What we are excited at this moment is the kind of international brand access through H&M to our consumers.
Can you tell me a bit more on how relevant is online sales for H&M globally?
It is relevant, and we are investing a lot of to the online platforms currently, to the own ones, and we were launching a year ago also Tmall in China.
So roughly how much revenue is coming from the online platforms?
Globally, if you look to the end of 2018, we had a share of business in the group level 15%. If we are looking India, we are in the higher share of business than the group is globally. How much it is, I'm not allowed to comment that one exact figure, but the response has been extremely good, and now we need to remember that this is hm.com, which is a branded site. It's not the marketplace where people are used to it to shop in India.
And you know, in Indian consumers, a consumer myself, I can vouch for this, we do have a tendency to be attracted to discounts. Is it just a specific characteristic of Indian consumer, or, you know, as you have a global experience, can you tell me a bit about that?
if I'm thinking my 22 years and I have been working in several markets, discounts are always attracting people. It's not only in India. And if we are looking our last 12 months, what we have been operating here, so we have been driving the full price sale and we have been not offering so many discounts. I believe that the future in the market is also that it's not about giving the discounts, it's about the right price, what you are offering for the customers. Indian customers are changing quite a lot currently. That's my opinion. They go to the digital, they want to have a value for money. They are not actually anymore looking only the discounts. They want to have a value for money. And value for money is coming that you sell the great products, you sell the products what they are looking for, and you have a right price on that product.
Is there anything unique about Indian consumers that you have noticed? Something which is in contrast with their counterparts in the US or Europe or even other Asian countries?
I think this beautiful weather when it's hot and sunny all the time, so that makes that they love a lot of like a nice prints and a lot of bright colors. If you look then to the Scandinavia where we have all the time a bit cold and grayish, and there we are going more to the solid colors and maybe white, black and navy blue are very popular. So that's a specialty here. But I think one of our strengths, what we have in the market is that we are the global brand and we offer the same collection in this market than we are doing in the 71 other markets what we have.
So will you be exclusive on Myntra for a longer term now, or will you expand to their sister concerns as well, like Flipkart for example?
No, we are happy today there where we are. We are not exclusive, but we don't see any need to look any other platforms currently. We focus to these 3 channels and we continue to grow from there.
So Myntra has always been one of the most successful arms in the Flipkart group. And right now H&M is coming in, your brand is getting bigger and bigger every day. So, you know, Flipkart has always said that it's the mobile phones and gadgets category which is building its GMV, but is fashion actually overtaking it now? Like through Myntra, the whole Flipkart group's fashion arm is becoming stronger when it comes to the numbers that is.
So Myntra has always been a strong fashion player, and the way we are approaching every single such strong strategic initiative is to strengthen Myntra's position as the leading fashion platform. Consumer is the center of everything, and we are trying to do what our consumers are expecting from a fashion platform like Myntra. So that's been our focus, and that's what we will continue to do with H&M. On our side, it's only going to become bigger and stronger.
How big do you think is Myntra's role in Flipkart's journey to success?
So we don't actually see that way. I mean, we have our roadmap and we actually look at where Myntra is headed, and Flipkart has its roadmap, and together we will be the strongest e-commerce player in the country. But speaking of Myntra, like I said, we want to be the leading fashion destination. Every fashion need of this country, we would like to have an answer for it, and that's what's driving us.
All the best for your forward journey in India, and all the best to Myntra as always. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.